Welcome back here to this round 13 cross-conference clash between the Eastlake Demons and Redland Bombers in a highly entertaining first half of footy. It is a 4-point margin here, so it'll be the side that gets the ascendancy in this premiership quarter. The third quarter, it was Paxman to do battle there with Brophy Williams, who gets a one-handed punch only as far as Benny House, the under-18 representative player for the New South Wales ACT Rams in the country championships. He's been rock solid there for the Demons. Out towards that of the Redland defender, only as far as Pringle. Pringle takes a good mark in front of Sam Smith. That's one of the few times that he's got away today. So Pringle, he looks to bring the ball across to Cass. He was instrumental in getting Redlands back in the game in that second quarter. He drops the ball in there towards that of Stephen, and it was punched away there by House. So good defensive play there by Ben House, punching the ball away from Damien Stephen. Cars probably gave the ball a little bit of air. The two big twin towers been well held today. Pullman obviously playing on Perry hasn't troubled the scoreboard today, and had a magnificent first half as Nick Perry, and of course Van Muir's on the other one in Gardner. They've both been the pillars of strength for Redlands in the season, but struggling to make an impact on the scoreboard today. It's out towards House towards Stoynoff. He was instrumental in that first quarter. Tried to go on there, but that was clever play there by Matt Thompson. Thompson holds up Stoynoff at the back of the square. Stoynoff goes sideways now across towards Armstrong. Armstrong puts one arm up. Probably not good enough on that occasion. It's only as far as Zuffa. Zuffa's been good for the Redland Bombers. In towards that of Sam Godfrey. Godfrey across to the red-heading Gruyer. Gruyer, who's been very good in the first half of footy, let him down by foot. And of course, the under-22 representative only as far as Van Muir's, who was rock solid in the representative game, out towards Perry, who's been very good for them today, into the arms, and that's a poor turnover there towards Gruyer. Must make them pay now on the transition. Out towards Pullman. Just went back into the footy by Van Muir's, and it was Xavier McMahon out towards Van Muir's. He by foot now over towards House. House threads a little kick through the eye of the needle towards Ned Brophy Williams, the solidly built Ned Brophy Williams. He brings it across goals towards the run of O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer will go over the top to McMahon. No, he didn't. He elected to take him on by foot. Now he gets him on, and he spots up Xavier McMahon. He gets an opportunity to slow the ball down. It's over there towards Gumley. Gumley with the thigh strap now. He must have copped a slight strain or a little bit of a corky in that second quarter. It's the old 1-2 over to O'Dwyer. Of course, he was a star in the representative fixture against Tasmania last week. Matty O'Dwyer, the former Sydney Swan, of course, played at Werribee last year. He gets a quick kick out there towards Hayden Armstrong. Armstrong in front of that of Travis Reynolds. Armstrong goes long down the line with that gangly kicking style. He puts it down towards Ralston, who gets pinged for a push in the back. Ralston 5 goals in the opening term, 4 in the opening quarter. So he's been on fire today, and it's only as far as Phil Cass. Cass gets beaten by the bounce of the ball, and it'll be a boundary line throw in just near the Jack Fingleton scoreboard here at Star Trek Oval. 3 minutes gone in the third quarter. Eastlake 5-4-34, Redlands 4-6-30. It's Paxman to do battle with Brophy Williams. Brophy Williams got his hands to the ball first, only as far as that of Brad Howard, the former St Kilda player. Neither side to trouble the scoreboard yet in this third quarter, as we get another throw in right this time directly under the clock here at Star Trek Oval. It's Paxman. He gets the double hander only as far as that of Maiden. Maiden overran the footy as they dive on the footy now as the Redland midfielders go at it as a quick handball out there towards Reese. He was caught high, but a no free kick forthcoming him. And now it's out towards Martling. He gets a quick kick forward down towards that of Bruce. It's punched away there by the 14 in Blake Gruyer, is it? Yes, it was Gruyer that punched the ball away there, and it's out towards that of Sam Godfrey. Godfrey only as far as O'Dwyer for the Demons. He fumbled the mark, and it Shewingley went over the boundary line for a boundary line throw-in. Right here at the Light Tower. Must-win game for either side here. Of course, Eastlake sitting outside the 5 on percentage, with slapping at the heels of Queanbeyan, both on 20 points, and of course Redland just sitting outside the 5 in the Northern Conference, and that's well attacked there from Lang. Lang with a quick handball over to Mardling. Mardling goes sideways to Moody. He can pull the trigger. Directly in front was Joshua Moody. Not good enough on this occasion was Moody. He's been one of Eastlake's better players today. Had an opportunity to really apply the screws for the first quarter, but he wasn't successful, was Josh Moody. That's the first score for the third quarter. The ball's brought back in now. It's out towards Pringle. Pringle centre wing directly under the commentary box here towards Pullman. Nick Perry's done a wonderful job on Pullman. He's now getting frustrated, is Pullman. Just play footy, son, and you might have more opportunity of grasping the ball, but full credit to Nick Perry. He's been fantastic today. Punched away there by Paxman. Paxman as far as Moody. Moody was pushed off balance by, that was Phil Cass, and it was out of bounds on the full. It'll be taken by the goal scorer, and Matty Thompson, of course, kicked the opening goal of the game as the umpire gets over technical here and brings him around over the mark. It's Thompson for the Redland Bombers. He sees that, and it's a poor kick there, and it was only as far as Tom Solder. It's lucky he can cover the ground quickly. He was caught high there, but it's not going to be paid there. The umpire's called holding the ball, so that's a good tackle there from Xavier McMahon. As McMahon gets up with the footy in hand. The 244's going at it on the ground, hammer and tong. McMahon brings the ball down the line, only as far as Brophy. Williams dropped what he should have taken. Reynolds gets a quick handball out there towards the run of Thompson. Thompson needs to straighten it up, goes in towards by hand, towards Cass, out towards the chip in Pringle. Pringle gets an opportunity now. He's got time on his hand. It's number 18 there for in Damien Stephen. He had plenty of time there and he just shanked it, and it would have been the start they were looking for, the Redland Bombers, but it was only a minor score, so they overpossessed inside the forward 50. Both sides overpossessing the football. Here at Star Trek Oval, it's to be brought in by Gumley. Gumley, long 60-metre kick out towards Van Meers. Van Meers dropped what he should have taken, and it was taken there by hand, and that was Howard as he tried to. It's now in transition over towards Stoyanov. Stoyanov paddles the ball in front, now with a big long kick down towards Aaron Bruce. Here you go, here's a mark. That's transition football at its best. 60-metre kick from Gumley down towards Stoyanov. Stoyanov with one long kick. That's two kicks, and you've got a shot on goal. No overpossessing the football. That's the way to do it. Get your forwards one-on-one. Aaron Bruce, he wasn't going to drop that. Just push the defender under the footy. Too good was Aaron Bruce at the top of the goal square. Thank you very much. Eastlake's first score for the quarter. That's the way to do it here at Manuka Oval. Less possession, straight down the throats to give the forwards one-on-one. Stoyanov's been instrumental for the Demons today in the middle of the ground. His bigger body over the footy. He's been very good today, has Ricky Stoyanov, the number 13 for the Eastlake Demons, working his way back to full fitness after a shoulder reconstruction in 2012. Really put paid to his year, and it's a welcome addition back. Brophy Williams has battled manfully in the middle of the ground. There was Paxman with first hands onto the footy, and it was out towards Greer. He looks like he's run out of puff, but it was out to House. He's been quite good for the Demons out there today. It's that man Stoyanov again. It was Van Meers to Stoyanov. Stoyanov now looks to go long down the line, and then that he does. He goes down towards the hot spot at centre half forward, and it was taken away there by Lang out towards Joey Hancock. Hancock, he gets that opportunity to take him on out to Aaron Bruce as he gets a handball over the top there towards Dean Ralston. He avoids the tackle of Zufar, so Dean Ralston gets his sixth. So that's a fantastic effort there from Ralston. He gets the Demons second. That's the start they wanted for the third quarter, the premiership quarter. Demons with two quick goals. The Redland Bombers yet to score in this quarter. Only the solitary behind. 7-5, 47, 4-7, 31. 9 minutes gone. Third quarter here at Star Trek Oval in a must-win game for either side. It is the scoring end down there towards the pool, and Eastlake taking full advantage of it. It's just a long kick, not overpossessing the footy. 2 goals set up there by Ricky Stoyanov. He's had a hand in quite a few of their goals, and Ralston, 6 goals. That's a fantastic effort. Out towards the success there of Paxman. He's getting first hands to the footy. They're just not clearing the ball out of the middle of the ground, though, the Redland side. Severely undermanned is Brophy, but he's battled manfully there, and he gets another opportunity, and he uses that big frame onto the left foot. as he pushes the ball down towards Matty Lang. Lang gets his hands free. He gets it over towards Moody, who's been very destructive for the Demons today. As they play the long direct game now, it's out towards Ralston, if you don't mind. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. Dean Ralston lining up for 7. Eastlake's third for the quarter and possibly their 8th. 10-minute mark, third quarter, Dean Ralston. He is proving a real handful down there for the opposition defenders. He's probably gone through 3 defenders, as maybe it's time to put Zuffa on him, the former Lion, as Ralston comes in what could be his 7th. And Eastlake's 8th, and he makes no mistake about that. Does Dean Dingo Ralston. Fantastic effort there by Dean Ralston. That's his 7th. In a real lone hand up forward. Fantastic effort as he puts and gives Eastlake a nice buffer. 8-5-53 to 4-7-31. 11-minute mark of the third quarter. Redland failing to trouble the scorers in a big way this quarter. Really need to get the skates on and start getting some advantage out of the middle of the ground, because Paxman's winning most of the ball in there, just not being able to clear. As we just see one of the Redland players go up the race with a short shoulder, but it's Paxman again, only as far as the Eastlake midfielders in Gumley. Gumley come off the back of the square there. Should have been a free kick to that of Greer on the bottom of the pack. The umpire lets it go on a little bit too long. You've got to come in and bounce and break that infringement up or reward a free kick. The umpire coming into the middle of the ground here, clear the ball out. There's a bit of push and shove in the middle there. That should have been a free kick to Brophy Williams. Paxman got high there, but it was McMahon who got the clearing kick. Only as far as that of Luke Rogerson. Rogerson, now it was a free kick. That's a throw as he was caught going to the ground by Moody. He's been very good. Free kick's going to be taken by O'Connell. Dan O'Connell, he drives the ball forward now in towards the arms of Ralston. And they did make that change. Zuffa did go to him. And it is Ralston who is on fire. He is putting on a forward clinic here for the Redland Bombers as he lines up what could be his 8th. Dean Ralston, I think this would be his best return at senior footy. Of course, he played his 150th game only a matter of weeks ago. Dean Ralston, if you don't mind, looks to be free of injury at the moment and has real confidence in his body, lining up for his 8th and Eastlake's 9th. Make no mistake, the old umpire does not move. Dean Ralston, take a bow, son. You've kicked 8. Fantastic effort. That was a great mark from Ralston in front of the defensive spoil there of Zuffa. Zuffa just wasn't good enough. Ralston just got his hands above the head. Like I said, when you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. But he's kicked 8 of their 9 goals as Eastlake skipped further away in this third quarter. 9-5-59 to 4-7-31. Eastlake look like they're going to put back-to-back wins on here after a convincing victory against Queanbeyan a fortnight ago. Of course, we had a break for the representative carnival. The umpire brings it back to the middle of the ground. It's Brophy Williams up against big Paxman. Paxman gets the first fist of the footy. It's out towards that of Cass. Cass in front of O'Dwyer. Cass takes 3 or 4 of them on. He drives a forward 4-8 in towards that of Pullman. Solidly met was Xavier McMahon. He showed no remorse there, McMahon, for his body, but he was solidly met by Pullman. Struggles to get up. It's out towards Maiden. The run and carry of Maiden out towards Mesman. Mesman just on centre wing. He chips the ball inboard towards Stoyanov. He's proving a real handful for the Bombers. Stoyanov now long up towards that of Ralston. Ralston pushes off Zuffa. Diving mark was held. Should have got a free kick. Only as far as Sondergaard. Sondergaard out towards Ralston again. It's out now, cleared away there by Sam Godfrey as they puts his defensive teammate under pressure there for the Redland Bombers. The Eastlake forwards just swarm around the Redland defenders as Xavier McMahon limps to the sideline in that earlier collision there with Pullman. And it's out towards Ralston again. He gets a left boot toward as far as Aaron Bruce. Aaron Bruce tries to take on, and it's out towards that of Lang. Lang puts it across the face. And no, he doesn't. He puts his thread of the eye of the needle. Matthew Lang, a quick handball there. So that's a fantastic goal there to Matty Lang. That's a reward for hard work, Matty Lang. You've been a star all season in your first season of top footy, top grade football, Matthew Lang. So he's been a real find for the Eastlake Demons, of course. He comes from the famous Lang family, of course. Stuart Lang, who was the captain of the now defunct Western Creek Wildcats. Gary Lang, who played with Manuka Football Club and then the Eastlake Football Club, or Southern Districts as it was then. But Matty Lang, footy runs deeply in the Lang family. Of course, his father, a former first-grade player for the Woden Valley Rams in the rugby league, as the umpire bounces it down. And they've made a change. It's Gartner getting him into the game against Brophy Williams as Benny House punches the ball forward. It's going to be met solidly there by that of Luke Rogerson. Rogerson on the left boot. He gets a forward foray there towards Pullman, and he puts the mitts up for the first time there this afternoon. 30 metres out, directly in front. That's the first time he's got a grab on Nick Perry. He gets an opportunity to register Redland's first for the afternoon. And it could be Redland's fifth, so they need to stop the bloodletting here at Manuka Oval. It is Josh Pullman, the former Waffle product. He puts it up in the air. He's got an awkward kicking style for a 40. He sort of throws the ball up and meets it. And it's a behind. He doesn't add to his 24 goals for the season. And that's Redland's second minor score for the quarter. There's a quick kick taken by Gumley. Gumley takes it out towards that of House and Hayden Armstrong. It's taken inboard there by Perry. As he directs the traffic out through there, out towards Matty Lang, the goal scorer, and a fantastic goal there by Matty Lang. Lang goes back off the mark now with that left foot. He puts it in front of there of Dan O'Connell. It was punched away there by Gruyer, who's sort of faded out of the game. Only as far as Luke Rogerson, as they're tired young bodies out there as Gruyer gets an opportunity. It was put in front of him. He rode the bumper Wiles. It's a quick handball over that towards Reese. But it was chopped off there by Benny House. Really impressed with his game today. His young Ben House showing a lot of maturity and the benefit of being in that New South Wales ACT's under-18 side that's just come back from the country championships. Out towards Sammy Mardling. Mardling in front of Sam Godfrey. So the two Sams go at it. Mardling, he takes him on with a quick handball over towards Matty Lang. Lang without towards Lee McMahon. Lee McMahon gets an opportunity, uncontested. He drives it down with the left foot towards Ralston. That man's on fire. You can't stop him at the moment. On to the other bloke on fire, Stoyanov, outside the forward 50. If you don't mind, Ricky Stoyanov, that's a great goal. A fantastic reward for effort for Rick Stoyanov. He's been instrumental out there today for the Eastlake Demons. He's been the best player on the park. He gets his first, and he is only the third goal scorer for the Eastlake Demons. Of course, fourth, beg your pardon, Ralston with 8, Lang with 1, Stoyanov with 1, and Aaron Bruce with 1. So that's a fantastic effort. Good reward for effort there for Ricky Stoyanov to bring up the 6th goal for the quarter for the Eastlake Demons as they skip further away here at Star Trek Oval in Manuka. Umpire to bring the ball back to the middle of the ground. It'll be Mesman to go at it with Gartner. Of course, Seaton Lonsdale, the former Eastlake junior, former Eastlake 100-game player. Assistant coach, it's Gartner, the former St Kilda product. He just brushed off House as he tries to get into the game. 21 goals for the season, not having much impact on the scoreboard. Out towards the other big fella, the other fellow tall in Pullman. It's taken away by Moody there. Midfielders have been running havoc out there for the Eastlake Demons today, but that was a poor kick there by Moody. Unlucky not to get a 50-metre penalty there was the Redland player because it was slapped out by Mesman as he went to play on quickly as they slow the play down at the 15-minute mark of the third quarter. It's just chipped across there to Cass. Cass now deciding what to do. Not a lot of movement out there in the forward 50 for the Redland side. As far as Dylan Byrne comes inboard towards Cass again. It's a quick handball over to Sondergaard. Sondergaard with another quick handball, puts his teammate under pressure, and that was only as far as Brad Reese, and it was mopped up there by Wiles, out to Mardling, to the run there of Maiden. Maiden now with that penetrating right foot kick, that diminutive style, out towards the last goal scorer in Stoyanov, and he gives away a free kick. He was unlucky there. He got pinged for a push in the back, and it's taken away there by the Redlands defender, only as far as Thompson. Thompson brings it inboard, and it was taken over there again by Reese. Reese pirouettes on the spot over towards Bain. Bain with a quick kick in towards Pringle. Pringle gets punched away from Xavier. McMahon must have had the magic spray out there towards Gumley. Gumley over to Stoyanov. The strongly built Ricky Stoyanov. He is reaping the benefits now after getting consecutive games under his belt. Stoyanov across that towards Maiden as they go sideways again, the Demons. He loads and pulls the trigger towards the lead of Bruce. Bruce in front of Sondergaard. A mismatch there. Bruce with about 4 or 5 inches on young Matty Sondergaard. It's Bruce now with an opportunity to put it in towards the Wilson direction. Why wouldn't you put it there? When he nearly grabbed and it was mopped up there by Zuffa. Zuffa who gets the quick handball out. It's only as far as that of the Luke Rogerson. Rogerson now clears the ball out inside towards Salter. Salter in the middle of the ground, really liked his game. One-handed was Brad Reese. Now that creates a turnover opportunity for Matthew O'Dwyer for the Eastlake Demons. He gets it by hand over to Wiles by foot. Back to O'Dwyer into that path of Mardling. Got a free kick there. Mardling wasn't paid, and it's taken away there by Bain. Bain out towards Van Meers, and he gives Steve Gartner a 50-metre penalty. That was unnecessary contact there by Gartner. He's really having a dirty day out there, the former St Kilda product in Steve Gartner. Out towards Johnny Van Meers, who has really grown as the premier defender in the competition. Believe it or not, he's not a bad goal kicker. A couple of times he has gone forward and kicked a couple of goals. This will test him out, and he's made a liar of me, Johnny Van Meers. He's just pushed it to the behind post. A couple of times he has gone forward and kicked a few goals to the Eastlake Demons when they've been under pressure, but it's a quick kick in out towards Gruyer. Gruyer brings it across there towards the run of Thompson. Thompson in the back half of the 50 with a poor handball, puts Gruyer under pressure. That was a 3-on-1. Joey Hancock unlucky there as the umpires picked out a free kick for Gruyer for unnecessary contact, and that's a poor kick out towards Bain and Van Meers. Van Meers is going to win that one out all the time. Out towards Bain. That's a free kick for holding the footy, umpire, if you don't mind. No attempt. Yep, there you go. The umpire puts the whistle in the mouth belatedly as Johnny Van Meers played it like a true defender out towards that of O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer loads up with a big long right in towards Aaron Bruce, who takes a big fly. Specky at it out towards Mardling. He gets pushed off the footy out towards that of Godfrey. Godfrey out towards Thompson. Thompson tackled and solidly tackled from behind. And that was a great tackle there from young Dan O'Connell. The boy from the Riverina, of course, the Coolaman product in Dan O'Connell, showed the cross code or the cross conference. Of course, a rugby league background down there out towards Mesman and Gartner. It's out towards Wiles, keeps at the footy. It's over the boundary line. He was caught high there by Phil Cass as he went to ground. As the boundary umpire comes to throw it in, 45 metres from the Eastlake goal. It's Eastlake skipping further ahead here. It is 11-6-72 to 4-8-32. So a comprehensive margin. 6-goal quarter to the Eastlake Demons to 0. They don't look like scoring a goal, the Redland Bombers, do they? As they take it on there, and that was a good bit of play there by Luke Rogerson, the former under-18 player for Queensland this year. Out towards the other St Kilda product in Brad Howard. We haven't called his name too much. Out towards Pullman, but that's the transition you want to go with. So in the hands of the right players there as Pullman gets a shot, 25 out from goal. He gets an opportunity to register his first for the afternoon, and an opportunity for Redland's first this quarter. Of course, they do run home with probably a 3 or 4 goal breeze here at Manuka Oval. That is the scoring end, the Pool or the Kingston end. It's Pullman in front of the sticks. He lobs his first for the afternoon. Josh Pullman, the former Waffle product, that takes his tally to 25 goals for the season. So the Bombers get their first for the quarter at the 24-minute mark of the third quarter. You're not going to win too many games of footy on the road, kicking 1 goal at the 24-minute mark of the third quarter. as the Demons took the challenge up to the Redland Bombers in this third quarter. 6 goals to 1 on the back of Ricky Stoynoff and Dean Ralston. 8 goals for Ralston. Stoynoff's been a machine in the middle of the ground. Everything he's touched today has turned to gold as Rick Stoynoff. As the umpire bounces the ball down, it's out towards Gartner and Mesman. Gartner with a big punch forward. It's out towards that of Carson. Of course, Maiden out towards lethal Lee McMahon. McMahon over to only as far as Cars. Of course, the former Queensland teammates. Of course, McMahon played in the Queensland representative side numerous years ago with Phil Cars. Out towards Moody, he's been very good today. Out towards that of Mesman, but he was just run under the footy by Tommy Salter. Very impressed with him. Out towards Sondergaard. Sondergaard tries to take them on. He tries to take on 2 or 3. He was caught high. The umpires awarded a free kick for a tackle there to Lee McMahon. McMahon now takes off on the left boot, that trusty left boot into no man's land, only as far as Zuffa. Zuffa gets the ball on quickly towards Salter. Salter now at the centre of the wing across that towards Howard. Howard looks like he's pushed forward for the Redland Bombers. In towards Pullman in a one-on-one with Perry. Perry the victor on this occasion as Pullman goes to ground. And the umpire will throw it in right on the 50-metre arc for the Redland Bombers in this cross-conference game. Both sides needing a win here. 11-6-72 to the Eastlake Demons. Redland Bombers 5-8-38. 26 minutes gone in this last third quarter as the umpire elects to ball it up again. It will be Brophy Williams uncontested in the ground there. It's only as far as Salter. Salter tries to take them all on and he pushes it a further 10 metres forward. They'll get another boundary line thrown right on the light tower, underneath the light tower, 35 metres from the Redland Bombers goal. It is a must goal scoring opportunity. Gartner, first hands to the footy there as Seaton Lonsdale looks to come up with a winning combination for his troops who have been comprehensively outplayed in all their key positions, and that is now Tom Salter. Of course, the Bombers' last start loses to the Broadbeach Cats by 10 points. It's been very good today's Tom Salter, right on 50. That's a good-looking kick off the boot. Front and centre was Bain, as into the hands of Pullman. Now only as far as Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith does a little dribble along the ground, a touch finder. It'll be interesting, the umpire has paid a deliberate out of bounds and it'll go to the chip in Pringle. Unlucky was Sam Smith there, was the right idea. He would have been better off just to run the footy over the line. It's a very tough scoring shot for Pringle. He leans back on the footy and blazes away and it puts it out of bounds over the... No, it's kept in play there by Nick Perry. Perry shows a clean pair of heels and a run and bounce from Nick Perry. If you don't mind, he has really got his confidence up. A chip and chase by Nick Perry into the middle of the ground. What's the umpire going to do here? Right at he's going to at least 100 metres there, Nick Perry. It's right into the tradie sign at the middle of the ground here at Star Trek Oval. Right on the light tower at the far side. It is Gartner. They've been comprehensive in the ruck today, the Redland Bombers, failing to capitalise at their midfielders. No real hits to advantage. I can tell you Rick Stoynoff's been just about the best player on the ground, along with Dean Ralston. Out towards O'Dwyer, but it was Gartner for the Redland Bombers. He puts it in towards that of Brophy Williams. He looks back on now, and Ned Brophy Williams, he's been solid and serviceable today. He just takes the pace out of the game. Over towards Moody in towards Gumley. They just look to chip it around and take the pace out of it at the 29-minute mark of this third quarter. Gumley goes long and direct down the line towards Armstrong. At the back of the pack was Mardling with a quick handball over to the destroyer in Stoynoff. That was too quick for Daniel O'Connell, but it was Stoynoff down towards that of Thompson, into the waiting arms of Matt Thompson. He brings it out towards Bain. It's the number 6 Bain for the Redland Bombers. He has a run and bounce. That's his second bounce up towards the centre wing. He brings it inboard towards Pringle. He was a 5-on-1 there, and it was taken away by Brophy Williams, but a good tackle there by Salter. Again, very impressed. Pringle, he gets a quick kick. Handball only as far as the siren sounds at the 29-minute mark. It is Eastlake, 11-6-72 to 5-8-38. A lot of ground to make up the Redland Bombers after a soul-destroying third quarter from the Eastlake Demons. That would please Coach Burke. Of course, Ralston with 8. He's been the chief destroyer up front there. He's kicked 8 of their 11. Bruce with 1 that quarter, and Stoyanov with 1 that quarter, and also Matty Lang with 1 that quarter. For Redland, Pullman kicked the solitary goal for the quarter, and you can see as Ralston goes into the huddle there with a big smile on his face. We'll be back at the last quarter here at Star Trek Oval in Manuka. It's the Eastlake Demons leading the Redland Bombers 11-6-72 to 5-8-38. NEAFL.com.au live.